the best of black metal brought to you with the theater vibes of a Rob Zombie, the humor of a GWAR, and the lore of a Hellraiser, all combined. Of course, I'm talking about von Mollenstein. Today we have the absolute honor to have my friend Loco Garcia, the singer also known as Mr. Cooger, in the program. I'm not even going to tell you guys about the subjects that we're talking about. Half of it might be illegal anyway. But it's such an interesting episode. It's going to be the longest one of the first record so far. For the newbies under you, I have a special explanation video in the description. Also, for the ones who not immediately have 2 hours and are just interesting for all the good stuff, I have all the diamonds in the form of reference links lined up underneath. All the documentaries, all the music videos, all the cool tips are listed underneath for all to see. Also, this is not the first and definitely not the last video that I've been dropping. I'm talking with all kinds of interesting artists from all over the spectrum. Might be interesting to just give it a look. Why not? Could be a cool stretch, a cool change of pace. I think for now I'm ready to dive in. I hope you are ready to dive in too. Let's go. Loco, my friend, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I have to say this for the record officially. You came to my house all the way to Dordrecht.
Yes.
I want to thank you for that, for having that much dedication for your art too.
Yeah, no problem, and it's a pleasure, and I enjoy a good conversation. So yeah, fuck it, why not? You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So cool. The first thing that we, as a tradition, always begin with is the Melissa question, and the Melissa question is, what makes you happiest in life?
What makes me happy is damn. That's a good one to start.
We try to be.
Let's start strong. I think being busy with creating stuff. You know, I mean, I have been in bands. I'm 40 now. I've been in bands since I was 18. And I have. It was not always that I was busy with it. There have been times and periods of time that I, because I couldn't find musicians or whatever, I actually was not doing anything. And on those moments, I feel like extremely down and very, you know, it's like there is no happiness around. So and not only about music, but I also like to write, and I paint so here and there. So what really makes me happy is to be creative, and especially music. I always joke about it. I have a 9-to-5 job just to pay for my, you know, for my passion. Because when people ask me like, what do you do for a living? I say, well, I like to say I'm a musician, but yeah, I'm a musician who also needs a job to carry on. So yeah, I think that's what makes me happy, is just to be busy with what are we gonna do now. This song may need this, or when are we gonna shoot the next video clip, and where, and what's the idea behind it? You know, that's
creative process.
Yes, that's the whole process of creating something from zero till you see it on YouTube or you see it live at a venue. That whole process, not just the moment that you are performing, or not just the moment that the video clip hits YouTube, but also the whole process is what makes me happy.
Cool.
I think that's when I'm the happiest.
Cool. Super nice. Okay, and from there we also always ask, what is your claim to be an artist? And in this case, I know from Mollenstein.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you can claim as being artistic, or does all your artist vibes go into this band?
Oh, I got also another project. It's a studio project. It's a studio band, because I've always been a man of one band. I always like to focus more on one. But this friend of mine, Marty, he said, man, I have this project I have started, and I think your voice will be perfect for it. It's called Doodskop. And we have, till date, we have one record out. You can find that up on YouTube.
I'll put everything, all the reference links in the description, so I'll be sure to.
So, Doodskop is my studio project, but also I have been asked by another friend of mine, Ivo, one of the guys of We Had It All, that used to be Brickrot. I've been asked to sing in also a studio black metal project that he wants to start. So I have done one song, but we didn't hit the studio yet. We still have to do that. But there's been some movement in there as well. And a couple of weeks ago, Ruben, drummer of Garcia, he also asked me if I wanted to sing in one of his projects. So I'm the main project has always been for Mollenstein. That will always be for Mollenstein. And as long as the other projects doesn't interfere on my activities with for Mollenstein, then I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
At one point,
also for developing.
Yes.
Yeah.
At one point, I also have to say like, let's take it easy, because I also can just feel that it may become too much. So I'm doing this what I just told you, and I think that will be enough. And actually, Doodskop, I just write the lyrics. I'm going to see Jeroen at the Rod Studios in Twente. I do one take of everything. We put it in a pen drive, and we send it to Marty and say, mate, there you go.
Yeah.
Do your stuff, let the magic happen, So it's not like for Mollenstein where you have to go to the rehearsal room every week and just get the songs right, because get the show right, because we have to perform and shit, and keep it interesting, and that's of course the main focus. But yeah, that's music related. That's what I'm doing.
Cool.
At this moment.
And before because of course some personal details I cannot do in the questions, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. From the first moment that I started looking at your project, I was always intrigued, and I also always thought it was really cool. So I have some personal questions. You have personas in your band. Can you name me all the personas? And what I'm most intrigued about, did they become alter egos for you guys? Do you have the feeling that they have their own spirit?
I brought my part of my character. It's over here. When I put this on and all the stuff, obviously, then I become Mr. Cooger. Mr. Cooger, you can call me Cooger, but not really. Just call me Mr. Cooger. Now, I've always liked. I'm really into black metal, and people have always been telling us that you don't have, you can't become a meme band, because it's about the music. Yeah, it's about the music, but just think about war, for example, and think about war without the costumes. That's not the fucking same, You got to give people something and keep them intrigued. And why would I go to that band? Well, there is another band playing there, and so the characters embody also all the coolness. I can talk about me. Mr. Cooger is the embodiment of everything that is cool about me, And 1 or 2 hours a night, I can just let it go, and I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. That I do shit as Mr. Cooger that I would never dare to do. Just looking like I always say that Mr. Cooger is like the monster.
He's your blank card for doing stuff in that.
Yeah, I am like yeah. My name is Loco, and I'm the human counterpart of Mr. Cooger.
Do you know GWAR, by the way?
Yes.
Look at it. They have like they for them it's like they have their personas like Odorous Urangus.
Yes.
And then the person that they are in real life is their slave.
Yes, as a slave.
Yeah.
I won't copy that because that will be disrespectful. But that's what I say. I'm the human counterpart.
Yeah.
So I'm no slave to Mr. Cooger. I'm still me.
Yeah.
But there is the monster side of me that comes. So we have Mr. Cooger. Is the lead vocalist and also the main lyricist. We have Dr. West. He's the bass player, and since relatively short period of time, he is also the backing vocalist, and he is doing an excellent job on both. And we got Thunderbowels.
Yeah, I love that name so much.
He's the creator. He's the brain. He's the one who started everything. He's also the quiet guy. You know, because if you have seen me live or videos or whatever, I'm always jumping around and doing goofy shit, and now I'm gonna jump and see what the public is doing, or I will do a 360 and there or whatever. And Dr. West is also pretty movable on stage. And when you see Thunderbowels, he is like this all the time.
Just standing there. Yeah.
So why does he doesn't move? You are free to ask. I mean, I'm not gonna talk for a guy. I mean, you can ask him. He's right there. But he's just that's just his thing. You know, he just like to be not anonymous, because obviously you are seeing him, but he just like to be in a corner or somewhere where he feels good, and he just do his thing. And yeah, most of the time he really don't mind the rest of the goofy shit that we are doing. He's just busy with himself, and yeah, that's so there are three characters on the band, and there is a lot of difference between them all. So it's not like we do the characters and that's it, we're staying static and we just don't do anything. So everybody has also their own personalities. That comes when you put the costume on and you become the character, you become the alter ego.
Yeah. Then
same as GWAR. You are not David Brookie anymore, you are Odorous Urangus.
Yeah.
You are not you are not Dave Bishop anymore. You are Beefcake the Mighty.
Yeah.
So that's you become that character, and it's a feeling of freedom also because you can throw all your problems and shit that you got in your head. You just can. All right, this is it. This is my brain. This is the other brain. Just put it in, and let's gonna do a shit. And just feel free for a couple of hours. It's amazing.
Nice. Yeah, that's no better. And I would like to come back to what you just said, because and there's a lot of information coming in, and it's all awesome what you're telling me. But what you're telling me is that you were talking about how people tell you that you cannot be something. I had this discussion with somebody not that long ago, that at one point somebody was saying, yeah, these days music doesn't have style anymore, and there's no, back in our day everything, you would be a metalhead or a hip-hopper, and with kids from today this is changing. And then I said, yeah, but on the other hand, like, this is also because we've been told so many times that we cannot mix certain things, that I had it too, that when they told me you can't do that, this motivates me to do it.
Yes.
And this is also what I see back with you guys, is that especially when it comes to black metal, if you go back to fuck, I had a long day working.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
I have 3 records of, I can't believe, the Norwegian black metal band.
The Norwegian black metal band.
The original with God damn it! How is
Mayhem.
it? Mayhem. Hello. Mayhem. Like.
Sorry about that,
I'm
guys.
sorry for that. I'm dementia. I'm so sorry. I have 3 of their records here. Fuck it. Mayhem. Like you know that those guys. You couldn't be more purist.
Yes.
And I like it that you took that style and just said, I am gonna put that theatrical element there, and I won't let anybody stop me to see what happens if I mix something like that.
You know, we have always got people who talk shit about it, you know, and then people who doesn't understand. I like I was telling you, I'm really into black metal. Why I'm really into black metal is because black metal, even if you are not trying to be a character, you are a character. Because nobody thinks about Gorgoroth and just think about Tom Cato. No, you think about King of Hell.
Yeah.
You don't think about Christian Aspedal. You think about Gal.
Yeah.
And his Satan. You know, that's Gal.
I saw that. Yeah.
You think about them, and that's also a character.
Yeah.
It's not that they are becoming somebody else like we do, but there's also a character. That's why I like about black metal. Black metal is theatrical, even if they are not trying to be.
Yeah.
They are theatrical, and if you have ever seen GWAR live, the whole fucking thing that they do before they start is a whole ceremony and shit. Sometimes I'm watching and say, maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You know, because they do a whole ritual and a whole. But fuck it, it works for them, and then the public likes it. So
it's something different.
Yeah, and we actually started not as a black metal band. I consider us to be black metal now. We are a very unorthodox black metal band. But I consider us to be a black metal band. But we started as agrotech band, pure agrotech band. And we also always talk about it, how we have changed. Because if you listen to our first album, or our first video that we put on YouTube, it's called No Means for Love.
I'll put it in the description, fucking look at it right now, yeah?
And you listen to the last one, van Burgisnacht.
Pause this, watch the video, then come back, yeah.
Or Mr. Cooger will come to
he will jump off this very thing and come and catch you. But yeah.
And you listen to van Burgisnacht, that's the latest, the last one we did, we shoot, I think it was in March. Yeah, March. It's just another band.
Yeah.
It's not the fucking same band. It's not the same sound. It's not the same atmosphere. The whole sound is different.
It is the history of where you're coming from as a group. Yeah.
That's why we have kept the not the agrotech so much. Agrotech is a beautiful genre. Bands like Rabia Sorda, bands like Othiko, bands like Amdusia, God Module, beautiful bands. Suicide Commando, that may be one of the better known bands in the genre, but the problem with the genre is that it's pretty much dead.
Yeah.
So if you want to start a band from there, and you got to climb the ladder, it's extremely difficult. For everybody who is not a musician, when you start a band and you have an idea and you want to make that idea happen, first you have to have a very bad set of balls. Because at first everything is going to be against you. Then you will have to stay true to yourself. And also you will have to stay awake and just look left and right. And realize sometimes that you have to let things go. So that's what we did. So we're going to keep the essence of when we started. But we're going to mix something. What are we going to mix? Mix. We're going to put some black metal in there. I'm a black metal vocalist. Doodskop, he came from the thrash metal, 80s thrash metal and shit. But that's also, if you listen to the first records of Creator, for example, there is a lot of black metal also on these records. So we decided to start to adding some other genres, and we have been experimenting also a lot till we have found our sound. And today we go as electronic industrial black metal.
Yeah.
And we call it industrialized black metal because the other is just too fucking long. So
nice though. I want to go back to one thing you said, and then we have to start a game because I can talk for 50 hours with you. It's easy. But anyway, when you said that by nature, because I said that black metal can be very purist, and you said that by nature there is this alter ego element in black metal already. I noticed I was lucky enough. I was a little bit older when I started getting into black metal. I didn't start out with black metal, but my brother did mostly, and we were doing a lot of acid when we were.
I wasn't the only one.
In my opinion, there is no good acid without black metal. And shout out Dennis, he's the one who learned me. And I was lucky enough that do you know Negura bunget?
Yes.
He put on and I was 17 or 18, and I will always say that record is such a landscape record.
Yes.
And with that mean, you take acid, and I remember that, especially that intro of that
record.
You
can fucking see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But not only you can see it, like you can that intro that with the in the beginning, and that the column that you know what I mean.
Yes.
You have the feeling you're on the moon. I'm not kidding you. This dead landscape, and this. I don't know, and from the moment the music starts, it's as if you walk into a dark forest. And I don't know if it's the acid or but that combination always gave me the feeling that I could just feel where I was. It was taking me through beautiful landscapes, and I'm so thankful that I got to be introduced with black metal because of acid, because it learned me the value of that.
Yes. It's like you are taking a trip in the white concept. But I actually had a similar experience when I first was introduced to Silencer.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know Natty Natram, fucked up dude and shit, you know. But I was young, and I was just coming into the extreme metal, and I laid my hands on a tape back in the day. I laid my hands on a tape of Silencer, and that song, Sterile Nails and Thunderbowels.
I'm putting it in the description, yeah.
And all the lore that is that he was in the studio cutting off his hands, and he replaced it with big feet, you know, and shit. That's what I mean about the black metal being actually a character itself, because Silencer wouldn't have become what Silencer is without all the lore. You know, Mayhem. You was talking about Mayhem. Mayhem. I'm 100% sure Mayhem is a very capable band. They are great musicians, but without what Death did, just blowing his head off, and Varka with Hieronymus, Mayhem wouldn't have.
They lifted on that very bigly,
it wouldn't have get the status that they have now.
And Helvet, everything.
Yeah. The thing with Mayhem is I have saw them this year in Wacken Open Air, and I just walked away, man. It's I don't know. I was getting bored.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
But they're getting old too.
You know, you know, it's not the same energy anymore. But it's because they have stopped caring. I think there's a lot of bands that actually say, "All right, we've made.
Yeah.
Everybody, take it easy. They are here to see us. We don't have to do our best that much anymore."
Yeah.
And it's not only with black metal. I saw back in the summer days. I saw Dynamo Open Air in Eindhoven. I saw Megadeth.
Mm-hmm.
fucking embarrassing.
Dude, I saw...
Fucking embarrassing. If you don't want to play, asshole, get the fuck out of there. Let somebody... There are tons of bands who want to be in that fucking stage.
They come to pick up a check,
You know? Yeah. So there's just like a bag of potatoes, just like...
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, like I heard a few days ago that the Offspring is doing Ziggo Dome.
Yes.
The last 3 times I saw Offspring, I thought to myself, like, if you don't want to be here, then why are we? I saw them on festivals.
Especially Dexter, right? He's looking like he's...
Like he's 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, yeah. And normally I don't care, you can be as weird as you want to be. I also respect David Byrne when he comes up, he's in his 70s and he's wearing a tutu and a ballet uniform. I respect that, that's cool. But with him it's just, you're trying to be something you're not, dude. It's just that. But okay, we're gonna start with the questions now. Because I can tell this is too easy. Way too easy. Would you describe yourself as an introverted or extroverted, and does this change when you are working on your art?
I'm an extremely extrovert. I can talk for hours. People actually tell me a lot to shut the fuck up, dude. You just get the role and you don't stop.
Yeah.
So I don't really mind, you know, if you say it in a respectful way. I know I'm very conscious about everything that is about me, and I'm aware also of what I am, who I am, and the things that I do.
Yeah.
I'm aware I'm very extrovert. I talk a lot. I'm also aware that I can be extremely fucking annoying.
Mm.
So that makes it easier for me. And Mr. Cooger only elevates that.
Yeah. He cranks up the volume up, yeah.
I remember when we were, 2 weeks ago, we were in Delft. By the way, go over there, the Korenbeurs, wonderful place.
Korenbeurs?
Korenbeurs. I can never fucking get on my mouth that fucking name, Korenbeurs.
Korenbeurs, yeah.
I can't fucking do it. Sorry, I can't.
Fair enough.
But there is a song where Dr. West is the one who starts singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like 1 minute I am not doing anything, so I was just walking around, you know. I just left the stage. I always do.
Yeah.
I left the stage and I saw a Donald Duck there.
Yeah.
So I took the Donald Duck and I came back to stage and
I started reading and
I got the Donald Duck and I was poking Dr. West like. So, you know, Mr. Cooger is supposed to be a very scary show. He's also very goofy. You know? He can do goofy shit.
Very absurd. Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess that's the question.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. It's a good start. Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, or Little Richard?
Oh, that's a good one. I think on what really meant to rock and roll, I would have to go with Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like Elvis that much. Mm-hmm. I know a couple of songs, you know. My favorite is Promised Land, and I know about Promised Land because I saw the movie Men in Black. Mm-hmm. And when they are hitting the tunnel, that they are with the car upside down, they are listening to Promised Land, Elvis. That's why I know. But that guy has he has been so much. Has been so much for rock and roll. A lot of artists and bands just look at Elvis, and just name him as one of the main reasons and one of the main what's the word influence on their music. But I think that all of them, it's difficult to pick one. Because Johnny Cash is the purity and the will to go, and when you are really fucked up, but you have that passion, you just go and Little Richie, he started as a choir boy in the church and shit, and just playing the piano, and then you were so all three are very cool. I think I go with Elvis on. That's something funny because I saw you one shit on Volbeat.
On?
Or what's
Volbeat.
Volbeat.
Yeah.
So, the guy sounds like a constipated Elvis. So I wanted, this is the first time I'm gonna use that joke. So what's that about?
Oh, and that's not the question, but I will.
I think.
Did I say this?
Yes.
Yeah. I hate Volbeat, and it's a combination and I'm just gonna be honest because I'm not ashamed to give my opinion. First of all, I know for a fact because a friend of mine used to be a roadie for Motorhead.
All right. Oh, that's cool, man.
So
he fucking knew Lemmy.
he fucking knew Lemmy. Personal. And I was very impressed about. And he's like 2 heads bigger than me, but way younger. And I was so pissed off that he got to do something cool like that. But he also told me certain things like, you and I know things out of band life.
Mm-hmm.
You and I know what happened backstage, but it's more a local thing.
Yes.
And he knows international level, and Volbeat is the kind of band that if their name is not high enough on the folder, they threat to not show up, and they
that diva behavior.
Attitudes. Yeah.
Yes.
And that in combination with I think the singer is doing the same trick every song, and some bands get away with it. And some bands just don't, and in my opinion, Volbeat is one of them.
When I wrote that, was somewhere in Facebook. This guy is trying to copycat. He sounds like a constipated Elvis. So that's why I asked you, because he does sound a little bit like Elvis here and there. Yes. So yeah, I was curious about because I know that you like Elvis, right?
Yeah, I grew up. I wouldn't pick Elvis out of the 3, but my dad is a huge Elvis fan, and I grew up with him for sure. Yeah.
So that's why I was curious about it. I couldn't take the opportunity to ask that. You know, so what's that all about? Because I just shit my pants laughing when I saw that. A constipated Elvis. It was a whole rant, people. It was like this, you know? It was like fucking this.
They call me the morale leader because when I'm passionate about, it's basically how we met. Basically, yes. I was nagging about something, and people nag back, and you literally said, "I think he's right, though."
Yes, it was a guy.
Yeah.
You were on Muzikantenbank.
Yeah.
I think.
True.
You were looking for a drummer. I think it was a drummer.
Yeah.
You were looking for a drummer.
Yeah.
And this guy, he was like a piano player or something.
A boomer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I remember. I forgot about this.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? And say, no, we need a drummer. For what? To make music. Yeah. What you're doing is not music. So I reached to you on your personal messenger.
Yeah.
And said, what the fuck was this guy's problem?
What's your problem? Yeah.
Who the fuck was that guy, and why? People, if you don't like metal, stay the fuck away from it.
Yeah.
Just don't come to the shows, you know.
You had to click a button to react to me, like if you don't like him. But the funny thing is, like when he said that, like this is music, I explained to him, I was like, hey, we have this band where we have personas, and maybe you could be our keyboard player.
Yes.
And then we call you Mr. Boomer. and then it's not that I'm not interested in likes, but it's like everybody was like, oh, everybody liked it, and I think he just felt butthurt and just left the conversation at that point.
That's indeed how we met each other. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But
it's also worth saying that we know each other. I think it's already 3 years, and this is the first time that we are seeing each other in real person.
It's already 3. Yeah, it must be already.
It's 3 years. It's fucking weird, man.
Wow. It's cool though.
Very first fucking time we see each other.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
That's already, it's so weird that it's free. But I'm gonna also answer the question that I was giving in the first place.
Yes.
I would actually, and I respect all 3 immensely, but I would actually have a harder time picking between Johnny Cash and Little Richard. Because Little Richard, when he came out, he was from the South.
Yeah.
He was black. He was gay.
It was gay.
He was Christian.
Yes.
And they literally said to him, like, you can't be a musician and black and gay and Christian at the same time. And he said, I'll show you I can and I will. And I just respect him for that he had the cojones to just do that in the 50s in the South, being black. Like the fact that he died of natural causes is a miracle.
Yeah, because the rednecks didn't have the reach they have now.
Yeah.
where is the fucking black dude?
Yeah. He's gay too. Yeah.
We're gonna stab him to death.
And Johnny Cash I respect because he was the first. I mean, we have you can basically say everything now in music, and he was the first one that started talking about stuff you normally don't talk about. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
Yes.
He was the first one that just said stuff like that.
And that song, A Boy Named Sue.
Yeah.
For example, about I'm gonna kill my father because he gave me an awful name.
Yeah.
So that's a motherfucker is gonna die. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But he is like, of course, his songs are nice, but you have to become a certain. I think as a man, you have to become a certain age, and you start to understand what this guy is talking about. We all have this very dark side.
Yeah.
And he is the first one that talked about that seriously. Like nobody accepted, I think so. You must have one moment, at least in your life, that you consider killing somebody because you're so mad. And he is the first one that elaborated about
that. Oh, and when he went to, San Quentin?
Yeah.
Where he was there and he was asked...
and Folsom Prison, of course.
Yeah. Why are you going to play in front of criminals? So, well... Probably I'm gonna end up with them one of these days. Yeah. So I rather be friends with them than be enemies. So when I come here, then they will know me and they will, how's it going? Yeah, it was, of course, it was joking. Well, maybe it was just a half a joke,
very dark sense of humor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a very cool interview where he gave. He was the first one who trolled a journalist.
Yeah.
Was like, I'm probably gonna end up here soon, so fuck it, Yeah. Yeah, but I get what you're saying, man, yes.
And they ask him, like, you dress as if you're going to a funeral, and he's like, maybe I am. Just this
You know the story about Little Richard, where he went to a bar in the south, and he went with a couple of people of his band. They were all black.
Yeah.
And they get into this diner, and people in there, the workers there, they came to them and they were sitting at the table, and they told them, "Hey, we don't serve blacks here."
Mm-hmm. Segregation.
And he said, "That's good because we didn't ask for it." So, very cool. So he really had a big part of cojones, indeed. Yes.
We didn't serve black because no, it was good because I don't eat them.
Yeah, we didn't ask for it, so whatever.
Nice. Next one. Name a fictional character that you can relate to the most.
A fictional character that I can relate the most. When I'm Mr. Cooger, it's easy. That's a Pinhead from Hellraiser. Actually, the Mr. Cooger is a Cenobite.
Okay.
It's not the Order of the Gauge because we might get copyright claims, but we call it the Order of the Fist.
Okay.
So it's give a little twist and nobody will complain. So. And actually, the whole band from Mollenstein is also from the Labyrinth. So
wait, the Labyrinth.
The Labyrinth from where the Cenobites are from.
Okay.
So the Hellraiser lore.
Yeah.
That's where from Mollenstein is also from. So
they're from that universe.
Yes, everywhere where you see the biography of Mollenstein, you will see from Mollenstein Hells from the Labyrinth.
Oh wow!
We don't hail from Nijmegen. We're fucking hail from the labyrinth, and we serve Leviathan.
Super. We had it with the traveling cycler too. Like we were from the abandoned warehouse of the warehouse of abandoned treasures. Like we also had fictional places where we were from.
Yeah, I fucking wrote that, man.
Yeah.
I remember reading that, and you actually had like your own Wikipedia pages and shit. Like this fucking genius, man.
We still do. Yeah.
Actually, the idea of making that logo for Mollenstein came from there.
Really?
Yes. When I saw your Wikipedia, I was like, shit, those guys have done something that I think is fucking cool. So you kind of say that you were you inspired that. So
that's big to do.
Yeah, no,
cool.
thank you. Cool. Yeah, it's cool that you remind me of that because yeah.
We learn from each other, don't we? As artists and musicians.
And actually, when I'm just like this, what can I relate it to? I don't really know.
Maybe from books or from movies or stories. Like, was there ever a fictional character that felt very close to home?
When it comes to movies, I really enjoy. I like Robert De Niro and Al Pacino and all this kind of really big actors. But my favorite fucking actor ever, Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
That's my favorite fucking actor.
Machete.
He does the same fucking thing in every movie.
Yeah.
But somehow he's so cool that you want to keep watching. Like, I dig that motherfucker. Look at him. Look at him. He's ugly as a motherfucker, but he's a fucking legend in his own right.
Yeah.
And when he did The Devil's Rejects, the second part of Rob Zombie trilogy, his character Rondo, the hitman, the bounty hunter. I can do like I see myself also like that. You know, let's get some motherfuckers. Get them and collect some money and you know,
rogue.
Alright, lad, I like that, you know, yeah. And also from Sons of Anarchy, that's my favorite series. For example, somebody like Happy Lawman, who was the enforcer. I really like also his attitude of I don't give a fuck. And he was so fucked up in his head that every time he killed somebody, he thought you had a little smiley face, you know. His fucking arm was full of it, so how many people have you killed, man? Fuck. Yeah, it's not that I want to kill somebody, well sometimes I do, but that tough ass persona and also being capable of care about people and stuff, that's what, yeah.
Being strong and humble at the same
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Can you share a response from someone to your work that made a lasting impression?
Oh shit. I refresh me that again. Can you share?
A response from somebody on your work that made a lasting impression on you. So there's somebody that said anything about your art or responded to what you were doing that made an impression on you.
If I tell you the truth, at my work, the same as my closest friends, they really are not the same page I am. You know, I got friends who are metalheads, not a lot. I have friends who are metalheads, but. Let's say that they are more into the power metal, heavy metal. People in my family, so nothing, and their work is exactly the same. They are all making jokes about what I do, you know, and are you even saying it? So no, I really can't relate to anybody at work.
Nobody after a show who really appreciated it, or.
We always get people who come to us and just we really liked it and stuff. But if I have to pick somebody like that would be difficult, man. a lot of times there is also people who I don't know, I see for the first time. And those people come and say, we really have no idea what we were watching, but we stayed because it was just interesting, you know. So that kind of things is what I do like about it. We got people like I got people like Richard, who plays in Deadly Alliance. He has been great with us, and he was actually last Saturday. He was at our gig in Cerberus in Hengelo. Also, the bands we have played with, you know, we had it all in EFO, Serotonin, a lot of bands we have played with. They're too much to name. But if I have to pick really somebody who leave a really big impression, I can't just pick one. No, I don't think I will be able to do it. I was when you say work, I was related to my workplace.
Oh,
so that's why I said
the work that you do as an artist. I mean.
So, but no, there is a lot of people that we are thankful for having come to a show and share a laugh, a beer, and a horns up. But it will be a little bit uncool to name somebody and not name the other one. So I will say, as a collective, they are bands and people that we really appreciate them, and I think that's the fairest thing to say on this one.
I like that you rather we had it with our very first guest, Thomas. There was an Austrian festival director, social worker, and he also said, I think the question was, what motivates you the most? And he also said that he rather things in groups, and that the idea of just trying something, that this is always worth doing something.
Yeah.
And I like those philosophies of, I like it that you say, I rather thank everybody than somebody.
Yeah, because, you know, I don't know if you have seen the Wizard of Oz.
Of course. The original one.
The original one.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the parody Family Guy did on that?
No.
When there is the girl, I don't remember her name.
Meg?
No, the Wizard of Oz.
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Yeah.
She's saying goodbyes to the lion and to the Thin Man and to the Scarecrow, and goodbye. I think I'm gonna miss you the most, the Scarecrow. And the other ones are like, all right, that's a weird thing to say, especially when we're still here.
Yeah.
And you are a fart. And that's how we're gonna remember you, as a big fart. So, you know, it's just uncool to say, yeah, I wanna thank this guy.
Yeah. And the other one that's
yeah, you know, so just as a collective, everybody who's come to our shows and appreciate us and has also come to say something to us, you know, thank you.
Nice. Okay. Put together a dream team as a band. Everybody is allowed, dead or alive.
All right. Whoa.
And I had this question 2 times with other people. I like to say, because Thomas, who we had the first time, he basically said, I just want Kim Basinger from Sonic Youth and New Young. And he said, and they were good. And I said, dude, you can choose a whole orchestra if you want to of people. He said, no, just those 2 people. So so you can make it as big and as small as you want.
Yes. I'm gonna go first because I'm a vocalist myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 5 vocalists. It's gonna be 5 motherfuckers that are singing.
Yeah.
The 5 guys who are inspiring me the most: Peter Steele from Type 2 Negative, Dee Snider from Twisted Sister.
Of course, Dee Snider.
Yeah, you see, a lot of what I do on show is because of Dee Snider.
Yeah.
Dio,
of course, Dio.
Greatest heavy metal singer ever.
Nice.
I respect Bruce Dickinson. I respect Rob Halford, but they are not Dio.
We wouldn't even have the devil horns with us.
Yeah. A guy like this big with such a voice is like
and such a
fuck.
big heart too.
And humble.
Yeah, humble.
And a guy who you can relate to is like fuck.
Yeah.
Then we have Corpse Grinder.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he may be my favorite of all time, King Diamond.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah.
That guy can do fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
He can scream, he can growl, he can go falsetto, he can sing clean, he can sing operatic, he can do everything. And he is so underappreciated that there's people, metalheads, who don't know who King Diamond is. It's like,
how? Yeah.
I will mention one guy probably as a backing vocalist.
So 5 main vocalists.
Yes, and one backing vocalist. Without this guy, we wouldn't have shock rock. We wouldn't have. There will be no Alice Cooper. There will be no Kiss. There will be no metal as we know it today. That guy is called Arthur Brown. And I see that you don't know Arthur Brown.
No, I'm very ashamed, but I do this program for learning.
There is a song that you may know. I know that you know.
Yeah.
It's called Fire. I'll take you to learn. No,
yeah, vaguely, yeah.
He was the very first shock rocker.
Okay.
It was 1968.
Wow.
Where he came in Top of the Pops. You know let's not do things crazy. He came with a head in flames, like with a satanic symbol. You know, corpse paint like some black metal dude. And he started doing shit in the 60s. Wow. He was the very first one.
Arthur Brown.
Yes.
Description, Arthur Brown, go check it out.
Main inspiration for guys like Alice Cooper, for guys like Kiss. Before all of them, that was Arthur Brown.
Okay, but we have the rest of the band.
As a guitarist, I will pick Michael Romeo from Symphony X. Incredible guy.
Yeah.
I will pick Stevie Vai.
Steve Vai, of course, yeah.
And I will pick Papa Shabby.
From?
It's his own band. It's a blues rock guitarist. It's not really known, not really well known.
No,
it's an underground artist.
Yeah.
Incredible artist, very, very, very. And he's a personal friend of mine. And if you are in Spain, in Denia, go check this guy out, Johnny Casino.
Johnny Casino, okay.
From Astroid B12 or B612, something like that. I'm sorry about that if you're watching this, Johnny. I don't remember really the name of the band. But Johnny Casino.
I'll look it up and put it in the description.
Drummer, my favorite drummer of all fucking time, Nicolas Barker.
From?
He was in Dimmu Borgir. He was in Testament. Incredible guy. And as a bass player, oh, that's a tough one. Bass player. Who will I say as a bass player? I will say as a bass player I will pick The Animal from Twisted Sister.
Oh, nice, yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
I think I will pick him because I think it's funny the way he plays his bass. He's not playing, he just slapped the shit out of the bass. He's doing this. You know? And I'm gonna pick a second bassist, and obviously if I don't do this I will be very, very wrong. Fucking Let Me Kill Mister.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And let me sing also the backing vocal.
For those distorted bass lines. Yeah.
Dit was zo loud enough.
Boom, boom, boom. That metallic deep sound, yeah.
And I will pick also a keyboard player, and that will be what's the name of the guy who was in Dimmu Borgir? Mantis?
It's too long ago for me because I was into Dimmu Borgir when I was at Boy Scouts.
When they put out their first albums, there was this keyboard player. I don't remember his name. I always forget his fucking name, man. Mantix or something like that. People will know who this, but that one, and also Mortis.
Okay.
Because he pretty much created the whole dungeon seek style on his fucking own. So That will be the band for me.
The dream team.
Yes.
Nice. Not bad, not bad. Tell me about your very first memories of art. What form of art made the first lasting impression on you? This could also be cartoons, films, comics.
I was thinking about that the other day. It's funny. Because I have become a metalhead. I have to thank my mother for it. Now my mother is absolutely horrified.
But this
what
is
I'm doing.
really like the first thing
Yes,
you can remember.
The first thing that I can remember was I was sitting in my room, and we were all listening to things like Laura Pausini and Backstreet Boys back in the day, the Spice Girls, and I remember I had a tower like this big with a vinyl player as well, and I found one vinyl out of my mother's room, and the artwork really showed me like, fuck, what is this? And I didn't know what it was, so I put it in, and later that day I discovered that was Bat Out of Hell. From Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, yeah, with the motorcycle.
Yes, with the motorcycle.
Yeah, wow, nice.
And that was Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Was the very first time that I heard a rock song.
Yeah.
That was that song. And till the day of today, I fucking love Meatloaf to death.
Yeah.
And I know people shit on Meatloaf all the time.
Yeah.
But come on, the guy was great.
Of course.
He was an incredible vocalist. Yeah, his music may be a little bit foo-foo
but
times.
it's also the time that he's from.
I have listened to songs of Meatloaf that are close to Judas Priest.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree. Very comparable.
Fucking aggressive. It's fucking Meatloaf. Is this Meatloaf? Yeah, that's Meatloaf. God,
but it's the same thing that some people should just also listen to the albums that are not that. If you listen to the first Queen record, that's close to metal.
Yeah.
Seriously. And nobody knows that, but that's the thing if you,
Yeah.
Same goes for Meatloaf, for sure.
So that was the very first time that I've heard a rock song. And from that day I was hooked. And I was like, this is what I've been fucking missing my entire life. I didn't fucking know about this, but I'm not gonna let go.
And how old were you?
I was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there no... There's and nothing before. It could also be what you saw on television or...
No, because I really was overprotected kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched what everybody was watching. I was just one of them, you know.
Yeah.
And it was this moment when I heard that song. That was the moment where I was started like, shit, I need to know more about this.
Yeah.
And then it's the moment that I started to hang out with people who knew more about that than I did.
Yeah.
Not long after
Finding
that.
your own tribe. Yeah.
Not long after that, I discovered Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
And my mother almost jumped in front of a bus because it was like, oh my God, he's doomed.
Is your mother a religious woman?
It's not. My mother is not religious, but she is extremely sweet.
Yeah.
It's very, very sweet. But she's also been very concerned of what other people may think.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you, I wasn't very subtle or something, you know. So when I listened to Marilyn Manson, the whole fucking neighborhood listened to Marilyn Manson.
It's so insane how we have these parallels because I have a Spanish mother too, and if I would have to sum her up like the most important thing, and it's not with all respect to your mother, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but I don't know, maybe it's also Spanish culture, but what people think about you is very high on the...
Yeah, it's extremely high.
Yeah.
And it's funny because my mother always say that's not true.
No, but...
She really don't want to be like that, but I think she doesn't even realize it, but she really is.
I think it's also the history of Spain. If you look at it, Yeah.
And let's be perfectly honest. I was the first one in my classroom.
Yeah.
Sporting long hair. I was the first one with earrings. I also was the first one with the first tattoo. So that was difficult to accept for my mother. Not because she didn't like it. Probably she would have mind if it was somebody else. But she was very worried about. This may be something that is gonna make your life more difficult.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is what I have missed. This is what this culture is supposed to look like. So fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I'm 14 years old, still sporting long hair,
Yeah.
still earrings. I got a shit lot of tattoos. So
Yeah.
that was that very moment. The metalhead in me, it was like, here I am.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Where's the party?
Yeah.
You know?
I had a conversation with a tattoo artist not too long ago, and she drew the question that says, do you have band shirts? And I also said, I will always, my whole life, wear it, not every day, but I will keep wearing band shirts because I owe music so much. There's so much good in my life because of music, and I think if you know that you owe something to something like that, you should never walk away from it.
No.
Never.
And also in a very difficult periods of time and in my life, I've been quite a lot of them, and music has always been there.
Always, yeah.
And it doesn't judge.
No.
You feel bad and you just put some Iron Maiden, and just let it blast, and it's like.
Or when you miss certain persons,
yes.
It can be a time machine too.
Yes.
Like we have the curse that we have to see everything deteriorate in life, but because of the beauty of music, I can listen to a song and I can be 14 again.
Yes.
And be there for that exact moment. Yeah.
It's not even metal, man, but I get that when I listen to Blink-182.
Really?
It's like, take me the fuck to the 90s, man. Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking do this. First date. Oh yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
I fucking remember those guys, and every time I see them somewhere, it's like, thank you, dude. You made my childhood awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a huge Blink fan, so we can shake hands on that. I have to keep going with the question because does money play an important role in your work as an artist, or is just creating something that gives you personal satisfaction?
Well, it's a little bit of both, because we started in 2019 with Mollenstein. And we didn't have any aspirations of becoming rich or making a life out of it. We know who we are, and actually, this is for you musicians to be, and the ones who want to become a musician. If you want to be rich, if you want to live from your art, don't play metal.
Don't go for it.
It's not gonna work. It never worked. It worked for 3 bands. That's it.
In this whole damn country.
That's it. Just don't try it because it's not gonna work. No, at one point when we have been all over the fucking place. In the Netherlands, we have been in Spain a couple of times. We have been in Belgium. You got to give yourself some value as well,
Yeah.
It's like, we want to play, and we play everything. Last week at Cerberus in Hengelo, we actually did a whole night they are in financial difficulties, struggling a little bit, so we did it to just help them,
Yeah.
And we got just a little bit, but we also do that, but when you are playing and then you are putting so much time, you are a musician as well, how fucked up it is you have to get your ass to the rehearsal room, put the songs together, put the show together, get your whole gear shit loaded in the car, drive to, sometimes you feel like you are driving to the end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
Put it there, and the first couple of times when you start that, you're gonna play for 5 people, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But when you are starting to play for more people, then you got to give yourself some value.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like you have to ask like 400 euros just like 400 euros we won't play.
You have to put a line.
Play a little bit with it. We have this is where we go. This is our bottom price.
Yeah.
And some people say we can pay that. Will you take this? Consider just have a little talk and say, you know, let's fucking do it. You know, it's so money does play a little part of it.
Yeah.
But actually, what drives us is the passion to create and just to put something there.
Yeah. But be respected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's the thing, you know. You give something and you get something, so everybody's happy.
Yeah.
That's I think that's a nice balance.
Yeah. Cool. Which record should everyone have heard at least once?
Oh, this is a good one.
We try to make good ones.
Yes. Oh, you got to let me think about this for a second.
You can only pick one.
I will say, and this is weird, coming from a guy who makes music like I make, but my favorite band in the whole world. It's not a metal band. It's not a gothic band. It's not. It's a ska punk band from Spain. It's called Ska-P.
Yeah.
And the very first time I heard them.
Put it in the description. Yeah.
Very first record I heard from them, it was called El Vals del Obrero. That's the record that I will recommend to everybody because you have some upbeat ska mixed with hardcore punk, and that's why I like bands like Blink 182 and you know, Green Day, and from Ska-P I went to those bands, and I went to keep exploring. I came to the Offspring, and I came to Rancid and No Effects.
Can you still enjoy these bands?
I still enjoy a lot, and I still listen to Ska-P a lot as well. I got all the fucking records. They have put a shitload of records out there. They are also very close to my heart. They are very leftish. Like I am. So and all the leftist kids there in Spain, they were listening to that band. That was the band you listened to. Yeah. But it was so catchy and it was so easy to like them that it was like we were all in the school bus driving home, and we will give the band to the drivers. Put this one in the radio. We were all doing this, you know. So that one is the one you gotta get.
Cool. I will absolutely put the link in the description. I'm gonna listen to it personally because I'm. Oh, and before we go, I wanted to ask you: can you name me? Is there a good Spanish black metal?
Good Spanish. I will say Cauldron.
Yeah.
They are also friends of mine.
Okay.
So Cauldron. They have been playing for I think last year or 2 years ago they celebrated their 25th anniversary, and I know personally the bass player Crypt, and I have contact with the drummer, and yeah, they are very, very good. Cool. Be careful because there are a couple of cauldrons out there. So be careful, just put Cauldron black metal and you will get these guys. I think that's a really good one to go with. And I can also say like Noctum, for example, but I've listened to Noctum, but they are okay, but just go with Cauldron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, record question, one more, and then your next record is on me. What record have you turned on and rebought the most in your entire life?
Ooh, I think that maybe is Ska-P as well. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe Ska-P, or maybe when I was young, it was 94, I think, 1994. There was this Spanish director called Alex de la Iglesia, and he directed this movie called The Day of the Beast, El Día de la Bestia.
Yeah.
And it was a satanic comedy. But it was an extremely fucked up comedy.
But is it a film or
It's a
series?
film, yes.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack of that film,
Yeah.
it was full with a Spanish rock and metal artists.
Yeah.
People like Sociedad Alcohólica, Extremo Duro, Defcon 2. I have played that one also. Yeah, people were calling the police already. Like, okay, we have listened to this 50 times a day. It's enough. It's enough. I don't think I can pick up between the first one of the Ska-P, Vals del Obrero, and this one.
I'm gonna put both in the, this is gonna be a long description, but I'm gonna note all of these motherfuckers and I'll put it there. Okay, really cool. I like that. I like it that it's a soundtrack that's actually one of the...
Yeah, and also it really, when my mother, because they label it as, because it was a satanic black comedy, of course the soundtrack was satanic music. It's nothing to do with fucking Satan whatsoever. Yeah. But when my mother saw satanic,
that's the cool thing, and this is off topic, but this is the cool thing about the most satanic things, that I had to explain people sometimes that even in Satanism, it's not that much about believing in Satan.
No, Satan it ain't even a physical thing. It's more like an idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a philosophy.
But people don't get that.
No.
Yeah.
They just look for the deity. But you gotta have something. Yes.
Oh no, this is a new one. Which music video has made the biggest impression on you?
Fuck, that's a really easy one. The Beautiful People.
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson.
Cool. Yeah.
I shat my pants really when I fucking saw that one.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people who are watching this, they will be pissing their pants. Look at that guy being scared of Marilyn Manson. Back in the day, that was extremely disturbing.
Yeah.
The ways he did it. I think the other one from Sweet Dreams, especially the frame where he's walking the pig.
Yeah.
That also, but I think.
Oh,
the song Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, but the original is from the
Eurythmics.
I wanted to say the Temptations, but no, the Eurythmics.
No, Eurythmics. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think the Beautiful People, that maybe not because I probably the other one and Image, it was more scary. Sweet Dreams.
Yeah.
But the vibe that the Beautiful People got. I know you have covered that one in your band as well.
Yeah, I wanted to let you speak, but I wanted to say it out loud. Kevin Zane, Cleveland Cletus, Eric Klepto, Dr. Dent. When you guys play again, you are doing that song, and he is joining us on stage. We already made the deal.
Yes.
Even if we have to come back, if we have to come back just for that, we will make at least one comeback, and I'm gonna drag you personally through the country.
I remember that. We talk about that.
And I didn't forget about that, so that's...
No, it's cool. It's cool that you didn't forget, man.
I didn't forget about it.
I like that.
It's a promise. It's a promise. What was your first concert, and with whom did you go?
Very first concert, I went with my group of friends back in Spain, and it was this band called SEDG. They were a local band who actually rehearsed at my grandmother's street. One of the locals there, one of the garage there. That was the very first one when they play in my village, Peligro. Something really, really, really cool. I have known Alex, the drummer. I have known that guy my whole life. I have been friends with his little sister my whole life. I have known their vocalist, Ernesto. I have known him for a shitload of years. And in 2022, they came back after, I think, 20 years.
As a band?
Yes, as a band. They came back to play one show.
Yeah.
And I was there too with Mollenstein.
Yeah.
And I said, I gotta go on stage with you and sing Manipulados. And I did. And I played with them Manipulados for like 600 people at the Peligro Sound. Very cool festival. If you are in Granada and you heard about Peligro Sound, go and get a ticket for that because it's fucking awesome. Like 600 people. And the first band that I saw live, 20 years after I have played with them, it was a moment like, shit. You know?
Yeah.
Realizing things and just go back to
and who needs money then, right?
Yeah, man, it was awesome, really awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
really cool. Name the song that should be played on your funeral.
I've always have one in my mind that is gonna be in my funeral. The One I Hate from Sterile.
Okay, I don't know it, but
it's one of my favorite black metal bands from Germany. And you know the fucked up thing about The One I Hate is you cannot find it anywhere. It's like it's not on Spotify. You can only find live versions of it on YouTube. But really cool song. I'm gonna this one I like to. I'm gonna ask you the same.
Wow.
Which one? Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I'm gonna try to get you by the balls.
yeah. I already had somebody already asked me this, but it changes. I what I can say, I started thinking about this when I was very young. I think I was already figuring this when I was 9, and it changed. And the funny thing is, I remember that when I was 11, my mom said, "Do you want me to make a testament for you?" And I said, "What's a testament?" She
That's
said,
unusual.
"That's unusual." My mother is very unusual.
All right.
But in a way, like it was nice that she asked me. Like she explained me, we can die every day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to inform you. I was like, okay, I'm aware. But she said, do you want me to write things down that people should know? That you want after you dead? Okay. And I forgot what I wrote down. And when I left home, she gave it to me unopened. And I just looked and it said, "Play I Miss You" from Blink-182 on my funeral. And that was it. So, but I wouldn't pick "I Miss You" anymore. There's so much good stuff. There's so much good stuff. I find it intimidating. I try to have an as wide.
It's a fucked up question. I understand
Yeah,
that.
but it's also where are you in life? Because I can say this is one of the most happiest times in my life. So I'm more. There's a very dark side of me, but I'm more tempted to do a positive song. But I think if you would have asked me 10 years ago, it would be really depressive shit. I would feel way better. Wow. I'm gonna answer this on the end of the.
All right.
You need to. I'll put it here.
All right. Fair enough.
We will not stop before I answer. But you need to give me some time. Salvador Dali, Andy Warhol, or Banksy?
Whoa. I know as a fact Salvador Dali was a dick. And
But he was Spanish though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know this because I have watched a documentary on Studio 54. That one studio, one disco that everybody had to go.
The disco of all discos, yeah.
And the one everybody said that guy was a dick. That was Salvador Dali. Andy Warhol was also kind of dickish.
Arrogant, yeah.
And arrogant and, you know. So, yeah, that leaves just one.
That leaves Banksy.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Banksy because Banksy is a rebel, basically. He's also the guy that, because his art just appears on random places.
Yeah.
And last time they found one of his paintings and he put it in a frame that it shreds whatever is in it. So they found it, were like, oh, and then it shredded itself.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking cool. Yeah.
And maybe a dick as well, you know, but it's not with the finger like, yes, he was a dick. Yeah, the other one is a dick, but which one of the two is the bigger dick? We don't know. So yeah, I'll go Pesci. Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Record question.
Yes.
You won the game. The next record is on mine.
No, thank you.
You're very welcome. The next one is on me. What is the first record that you bought with your own money? This is where we have the name of the
yes.
of the game. You can also name the first single or the first album that is relevant, whatever medium.
I'm gonna go with a couple of them actually. The very first single that I bought, I was never really into buying. You know, I listened to the radio. You remember that when you put your tape on one side, the other side, and you pray to the gods or whatever the fuck there is up there that the DJ will shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
When you were just pressing the button because you wanted to record the fucking song.
Yeah. And you needed to, and with the old tape that you need to hold the red dot. Yeah.
And it's like, shut the fuck up, don't talk.
Yeah.
I know who is playing, I don't know you. I don't want you to tell me.
Same thing with VCR.
Yes.
That they would have like commercials underneath.
Yes.
Hey, fuck off, man, I'm taping this. Yeah.
The very first one, and it's very funny because I really don't care about the band anymore, was My Generation of from Limp Bizkit.
Oh, yeah.
And dude, I'm telling you this, I really don't like the band anymore. And Stevie T said it already, nobody wants to listen to a band called With Cookie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because that's what his name, their name I translate to.
Yeah.
But back in the day it was energetic and it was very cool. So that was my first single. The first album that I the first album that I
bought of your own money, yes. Do go on.
It was a Spice World.
Yeah.
The Spice Girls.
Yeah. I had people at big men saying Venga Boys. So, yeah.
And I love the Venga Boys.
Yeah. It's nice.
I love the 90s, man. I love everything about the 90s.
Me too. I just bought the record.
I have been on the Venga Boys concerts. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Toy Box.
Yeah.
I'm a dinosaur for young boy. You can be my friend. Amazing.
Aqua. Yeah.
But the very first record that was Spice World from Spice Girls. That was the very first one.
I had it too. I'm sure I had it too.
I think everybody in our generation had the shit. Everybody.
Of course. Which concert or artist from before your time you would most like to experience live?
They're still going on. Sadly, their vocalist isn't with us anymore. But in the prime. And I'm talking about when they became a legend back in 1985, Queen.
Yeah.
When they did the fucking show at the 8 in front of all those people.
Live 8, yeah.
Live 8.
Yeah.
When they play Hammer to Fall. God damn, that reaction of the public and the charisma that Freddie had.
Yeah.
And also. He was the gayest man that you can imagine, and because he carried himself in the way he did, nobody fucking knew.
Yeah.
It was when he actually said it, I'm into guys, that was when everybody was fucking shocked.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, dude, that man there, that's the image of masculinity. My whole world don't make sense no more. Where is this? Yeah. And then Rob Halford came as well and fucked everything up.
No, but and I have to say, I wanted to say this on the side. Nobody can replace Freddie.
Nobody.
And it's very easy to, when somebody dies, say the band is over. And he's not as good as Freddie, but I respect Adam Lambert.
Yes.
He's not doing a bad job at all.
No, and you know what's the cool thing about it? He's not trying to replace.
No.
He's not like Sammy Haggard.
Yeah.
Who tried to replace David Lee Roth. You ain't not gonna replace David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
That guy is fucking unique.
Just be happy you're standing there. Yeah.
That's why I respect Typo Negative so much.
Yeah.
Peter died.
Yeah.
Listen, nobody, and I mean this, nobody
no.
is going to sound even close to Peter. That guy was unique.
Yeah.
That's it. That's something that, for example, the Doodskop, when they did that shit with the hologram,
yeah,
it was horrible, man. I see that show live on Wacken.
Yeah.
Wacken Open Air. Fucking
yeah,
horrible.
They should just not do.
They shit. I really felt like they shit.
I'm very mad at Dio's wife.
Yeah.
For green listing the Dio show as a hologram. Don't do that shit.
You know when Lemmy died, and they asked Mickey. They asked Mickey T, why didn't you not replace the singer? You're fucking kidding me. If we do that, fucking Lemmy will come back from Tibet to haunt us.
Of course.
He will come with the hand to just hit it up with the fucking bass guitar. Like, God, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, of course.
You know?
But true, yeah.
So that's it. When somebody with so fucking iconic is gone, that's the band is gone. That's it.
Yeah. And that's what I respected about Adam Lambert, because he said live, and he did it out of his own account between two songs. He said, there are people of you who said that I'm never gonna be Freddie, and he literally says, duh, of course I'm never gonna be Freddie. And he said, hey, I'm basically one of you guys that just happens to be good at singing. I'm here because I just want to hear the songs again. And I just want to, I'm here so we can remember what it was like to see Freddie.
And that's because of the humbleness that he has with him, that people accept that.
Yeah.
But the example of Sammy Hagar, again, he's a good singer, but sorry, you are not David Lee Roth.
Yeah,
so fuck it.
Will be. Yeah, yeah. The sooner you acknowledge it, the better.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Name a good unknown gem. Which artist is the most underrated and should have had way more attention than they are getting now?
That's also a good one. Oh, if I go really back in time and I go to the origins. Because I'm a metalhead of the old school, you know. I have listened to everything that has something to do with the creation of metal, from the music of Bach and Beethoven, till Arthur Brown. We have said that, we have talked about him. There was this band called Blue Cheer, with a song, Summer Vibe? Summertime Blues. That was their song. I think not a lot of people know that band, and not a lot of people know that was one of the first bands that really brought the heaviness into it, and they were there way before Black Sabbath. Was the same time that Steppenwolf also came with Easy Rider and all that shit. But there are bands that for some reason they're just not so well known. There's another band that I really want to put on it. There were 3 bands. Deep Purple, everybody knows them. Whitesnake, everybody knows them. And Anvil. Almost nobody fucking know Anvil, and they are also a great band, and I think they should have much more recognition.
Cool.
As a band, because the singer is now delusional and conspiracy theorist and shit, you know, so he really lost the way. I think 40 years of doing coke just do something to your brain, you know, but I think Blue Cheer
is a hell of a drug.
yeah, Rick James.
Charlie Murphy. Hold my glass, bitch, I'm Rick James.
I think Blue Cheer, because they brought the heaviness to it.
I've been kicked out of better homes than this. Sorry, I'm just talking through you, I'm sorry.
No problem.
I can watch that sketch 100 times and still laugh.
I have laughed my ass off at that.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap!
He was a hell of an artist as well.
Rick James?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
A hell of an artist.
But he was as crazy in real life as in that sketch.
People even say that he was crazier when he was off the stage.
Yeah.
Because when he got off the stage is when all the drugs and the prostitutes and all the fucking crazy shit that he did, Yeah, he died young. No fucking wonder, man.
Yeah.
Nobody can outlive that.
Only Aussie can do
The
that.
only Aussie.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's because when God he went to God,
Yeah.
and God sent them right away
Yeah.
down there, and then the devil also make a protest.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got the standards down here. Just take this fucking guy. We don't even know what he's saying. Just take him. Please take the fucking daughter of him as well. God damn, man.
Oh, poor Kevin.
We don't share the Aussie. Aussie, we love you.
Oh, poor Kevin. Hey, at least she has a kid with Sid from Slipknot.
Yeah.
What is your all-time favorite store?
Store.
Yeah.
My all-time favorite store. It's gotta be music related or
Whatever comes to mind.
wherever. It's not really. Well, it's a store. It's a bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
It's located in Denia and in Valencia.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Publix.
And you are a reader.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called Publix. And one of my favorite things to do in this whole world is I like to read, but I really like more to go to the place and try to find the book I want to read.
Mm-hmm.
So I go into Publix on 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the people just got to kick me out because we are gonna shut the fucking place. It's done. It's 7 o'clock. I have been there for 5 fucking hours.
Wow.
Looking at fucking books, and the time is just like time flies. It's like I don't even know where I live, and I'm just looking at books and shit. And I have found incredible books over there. I have found for like €10. I found the 2 volumes of the books of Lot of Clive Barker.
Yeah.
About this.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a burglar into your home and you throw that book at him, you fucking kill the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like this big.
Yeah.
You know, I had original Dracula from Bram Stoker. I found it there as well.
An original. Cool.
I found it there as well. I couldn't buy it because that was priceless, but fuck it.
Just the fact that you
it's
saw
cool.
it.
It's
Yeah.
cool to see. A lot of graphic novels.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I'm really into Alan Moore.
Mm.
So I have Watchmen. If you have not read Watchmen, forget about the movie. The movie is good, but just get the fucking graphic novel.
But you are into Alan Moore. Like,
Yes.
I'm very into, and I think it's the same episode. Timothy Leary, Terrence McKenna, guys like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
very dark and also very real.
Yeah.
Because they don't write about people that can fly or shoot laser out there. I know you're just fucked up people. Nobody will think about a superhero. You think about a superhero, nobody is gonna fucking think about Rorschach.
Yeah.
But in fact, Rorschach is a superhero. But yeah, it's kind of the bad ones.
Yeah.
You know. No, Deathpool is an anti-hero.
Not bad. Yeah.
I know people who are worse than him. You know, I mean, yeah, and that's my favorite store. And as a matter of fact, a big bookstore where I can go in and just
Hunt.
Just be there and then just watch and oh fuck man and look at that. I'm a happy guy. Yeah.
Cool. If you ever come back recreational in Dordrecht again, there's and that I'm gonna put in the description too. It's a store called Pandora.
All right.
And in that store, the half of the store is how do you say it? Secondhand stuff.
Yeah.
And also antique stuff, and also curiosa,
Yeah.
memorabilia, and the half is room. It used to be an old movie theater. Rooms and rooms stacked with books.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna check that one.
It's in front of the old Bibelo venue, because the old Bibelo venue was an abandoned church, but Bibelo is now somewhere else. But it's right in front of the old Bibelo church.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna check that one definitely.
Very, very welcome. of everything you have achieved as an artist so far, what are you most proud of?
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably I will say as a band, what we have created, coming from a difficult style.
Mm-hmm.
We have been told a couple of times that if we were a regular metal band, but for the record, we don't have a drummer, for example. You know, we play backing tracks. And we play a lot. We play like a lot. Almost every month we have at least one gig. People have been telling us if you were a regular band, you probably have a lot more. But believing in what we are doing and just being a band that that we think is needed out there, because we need diversity. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's something as an artist that I am the most proud of. You know, so don't give a shit about negative opinions. We know we have a public. We have experienced that. Mm-hmm. We have been playing festivals like Veyland Metal Fest. We play the shit out of the place. We got we never do, for Mollenstein, don't do circle pits. We don't do circle pits. We do metal nesses, which is a metal polonaise. So I actually asked the people, we're gonna do a polonaise. Yeah. You know Franz Bauer? Something like that, but metal. And we got like 3 of them in a row. Mm-hmm. And just, people can't get enough of it. It's like I even jump and lift one of them. Yeah. When I was singing like, oh, let's go here. Oh, sorry, I threw your beer away with 3 of them. So we know we have our audience. It's difficult. For a metal band, it's already difficult, but for a metal band that makes weird stuff and unique stuff, that's even harder. But just to know that and be aware of that and just keep going like we do, I think that's what I'm the most proud of.
Cool, nice, like that answer. DC or Marvel, and do you appreciate comics in general?
I do appreciate comics, and I gotta say, even if I really like Deadpool, I gotta say, if I have to choose, I go with DC. Yeah. Not so much because of the movies, but there is a trilogy, the Batman trilogy of Christopher Nolan. Yeah, yeah. I think it's fucking brilliant.
So that's the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, Batman. No, the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. And the third one. What was the third one? The first one is the Scarecrow. The second one is the Joker. Yeah. And the third one is Bane. Yeah. Batman is really. It's a really raw and a real portrait of Batman. Yeah. In that movie. Yeah. He's just a broken man. And he has been trained to actually he was trained by Ra's al Ghul. So that's the whole fucked up thing. He was trained by the biggest villain of one of the biggest villains of DC. Yeah. Trained one of the biggest heroes. Yeah. So but he's so fucking broken, and Christopher Nolan brought that really really cool to the movies. And also the villains, like the Joker and Bane, incredible. Of the comics, I gotta go with the Killing Joke. Yeah. That's a fucked up one, man. I've read that one and I was a little bit in shock, like, god damn. Wow. Fuck. This is fucking fucking dark shit, you know. I really like also the comic books of the early comic book of Catwoman. Yeah. how she became a Catwoman, how much abuse she endured before she became that character. Also very, very raw. And Alan Moore has been involved with DC here and there. I think he was the writer of the Killing Joke.
I have to be honest, like, I'm not as into comics as most people. So I'm big on music, I'm big on art, and you can ask me anything about films, about series, but my knowledge in comics books is limited.
I like comics which are real.
Yeah.
I don't like people who can fly and like superpowers and because Batman is a really good martial artist and but you can kill him.
But what I like about that because I did grow up with the Ninja Turtles and the Batman comics and animated series. And so I know a lot about the Joker and what I liked about, for instance, because if you look to all the Jokers in film history, you have Jack Nicholson, you have Heath Ledger.
You get the first one, George Romero.
George Romero, of course, George Romero.
That was the first one.
You have Mark Hamill in the animated series, who did a wonderful. He proved that he can do more than Luke Skywalker. But that's aside. What I really liked about Joaquin Phoenix. Because in all the original origin stories, like Jack Nicholson becomes the Joker because he fell in acid, and Heath Ledger, he's kind of psychotic, and he gives different stories why. But with Joaquin Phoenix, it's like literally you see that he became the Joker because he lived in lower class society.
Yes.
Because he has to do shit jobs and he gets mocked. And people shit on him and kick the shit out of him. And they show what it does with a person if you are being... And this makes him the Joker, which is so raw and real.
Actually, the scene when he finds out that he's got that laugh of him that he has is because of his mother. The scene where he killed his mother in the hospital.
Yeah.
That's some fucking scary shit, man. It's not scary because there is a monster or something, but it's scary because it's real.
Yeah. It's so much closer to us than somebody falling in a bath of acid.
It's fucking real, man. Yeah. When he get close to her and then you just fucking lied to me my whole life and just press that. And the other one that I really like the scene is when he shoots Robert De Niro in the head.
Yeah.
I said, you get what you fucking deserve, and shoot him, and everybody who was outside got like, hey, if he can do that shit, we can do that shit. He actually started like a really fucked up revolution, but it's like, let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
And that I think that's when you read between the lines, that it's an incredible critical view on capitalism as well, because Thomas Wayne and he's the one who is here, and the people who work for him and at the metro, at the wagon where Joaquin Phoenix kills them, say, I killed them because they were awful.
Yeah.
They were rich people who thought because we have money we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's the real and a raw thing that I like about it.
The movie also shows those corners of society that we don't like to talk about on television, that we don't like to show in the open. But you have people that have that, especially when you see that that he tries to go for mental health and then they send him home and said this is reality even in our country these days. Like, the more we have this right-wing assholes in politics, the more we don't respect people anymore that need help. And this is a very, very realistic scene.
Yeah, that's why people, a lot of people liked it, but I have also read comments of people and shit on internet forums, whatever.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it just one bit, but I think is what you said, is that's why they didn't like it, because it's very real, and when something gets so real, it's inconvenient.
Yeah, we
don't
you
like really that, don't like to think about it. You know it's there. Yeah. People say just because you wanna eat a burger, it doesn't mean you wanna meet a cow.
Yeah.
So
true.
I think that's That's the thing. You know that fucked up shit is happening every day, but you just don't want to think about it.
I saw it also, and it's off topic, but I have a habit of talking off topic. But I'm very into Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I'm very unapologetically say I love the prequels the most, especially Revenge of the Sith. And I saw this video essay where somebody talks about why that movie is so genius, and then he says, I know that a lot of people don't like the prequels, mostly because people grew up with the originals, but also because they say, and he says, my theory is because it's too close to reality. And then somebody in the comments said, George Lucas himself said, I made a mirror and people didn't like it and broke it and throw it away. And that's what mostly happens with that. When you make that mirror, they don't like the stare in it, so they break it and they try to throw the mirror away.
They put it on the couch or wherever.
We don't like it when reality.
100%, yeah.
Last question. Which documentary has made the biggest impression?
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah?
Metal, Headbangers Journey.
Ah, I like that. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. And he made more spin-offs of that.
He made Global Metal as well.
Headbangers Guide to Metal. There's this one, I think I forgot the name, where he goes into the history of metal, where it started and which steps it made.
Yeah, that's the first one. That's Headbangers Journey.
That's Headbangers.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's one of the most genius documentaries that I have seen. It's a documentary that was made from love.
Yeah.
You know the guy is a metalhead. You know the guy just love what he does, and he just translate that into the movie. And even if you are not a fan of metal, the things that you are because he approached everything very respectful.
Yeah.
He approached the church burnings made by Bar Vikernes in the 90s, and the guy from Hades Almighty, I don't remember his name. He just not goes like I have seen a couple of documentaries. The one that I remember was in RTL4, and it was a documentary about black metal, and the whole goddamn focus of that fucking documentary was they burned the church and they insisted on showing you the fucking burning church. And this guy just he interviewed a priest, and he gave his point of view. He interviewed, not Bar Vikernes, he was in jail, but the guy from Hades Almighty, he interviewed him as well. But also people who has nothing to do with it, like Insa or from Emperor.
Yeah.
He was there like, you know? Yeah. And the guy from Enslave, and that's a phrase, I think it was the singer on Enslave that really stuck with me the whole time.
Yeah.
When they ask him, what do you think about the church burnings? He said, I wasn't very happy, I wasn't very sad. I don't really encourage people to do it, but in a historical point of view, I think Christianity deserved it.
Yeah. Because
it was not something that we choose. It was something that was imposed.
Yeah.
We were Vikings
here. Yeah.
And so we had our own culture and we had our own thing going on. And then the Christian came and they fuck everything up and start to put their churches and shit. So, from a historical point of view, I think Christianity deserved it. He didn't say that people deserve it.
No.
But Christianity.
The institution.
And I really like that when I heard that, because I don't have anything against religion. And I don't have anything against people who want to believe. But it's the fan club as a whole where I can stand.
Yeah.
It's the will to manipulate. It's the will to impose as well. And the will when you say I'm not a believer, you are gonna go to hell. How the fuck do you know that?
Yeah, you don't know that. Yeah.
maybe you go to hell because you are telling me that I'm going to hell. What do you think about that? You know, so it's a genius documentary. And a genius piece of interview with Ronnie James Dio. I really miss that guy, man.
Yeah, me too.
And a very good interview also with Dee Snider. So yeah, that's the documentary. If you haven't seen that documentary, go check it out. It's kind of old.
Yeah.
2005, but it's really gold.
I also really liked how he, because basically he starts with, well, okay, you could say that Black Sabbath was the first metal band. You could say the Cream was the first metal band, and he said, let's go back. Like, how did they come together? And basically, he says in the beginning that it's basically classical music. When classical music met black slave music, this is where basically rock and roll was born, and from rock and roll we go. And the cool thing is that he actually even goes back further, and he talks about the use of the octabass.
Yes, that's the one that you got to play with two people, right? One who holds and the other one plays it.
But the thing is, like, and then he talks about the devil note, and then he said, okay, but what I like about him is that he doesn't only talk about the devil note, but what is the origin of the origin of the origin of what we're talking about. And then things like, and then he said, then I would never know about the octabass if he didn't start about it. And it was such an interesting thing that it's super hard to find these days. But they already used it back in the days, and they were already busy with such deep notes, and it's it's really interesting.
What I told you that I have done my research as well. It's also because of this documentary when he mentioned Bach, for example. The very heavy classical music. I have been listening to Bach as well, just to know what he was talking about. You know, just to find out. And
it's so technical.
Yeah, and there is so much bass in there. It's like it really blows through the speaker, you know. Like, and I dig what he was saying about that. That's something where you mentioned the Devil's Note, the tritone. It's also a little bit off topic, but I really want to say this. I went with a couple of friends to Wacken Open Air. And one of them I've never been there, you know. So we went to see Axis. Cool band, old German heavy metal, beginning of the power metal, right? The band that came after them was Norgeville. Norgeville is my favorite, one of my favorite, if not their favorite black metal band. And they overuse tritone. There are songs that are completely based on fucking tritone. That's the only thing they play. So obviously, for people like me who knows what's all about, you know, I get there and I say, "You sure you want to come with me? Because this is not for beginners." This is really fucked up stuff.
You need to have the stripes for this one,
You know? So, I know you know black metal a little bit, but you know black metal Dimmu Borgir. You don't know black metal Norvell. And they also fucking started with Nazarene Necrophilia, which is one of the most fucked up songs they had. They start, man, and my fucking hair on my arms start to go. And I was like in trance, you know, when I started. I was like this. Close my eyes, you know, and I feel from my feet and all the way to my body was like this. And at one point I open my eyes and I look, you know, I see my friend doing like this. Like, you know, like an ostrich who try to put the head in the sand because try to escape, you know. And they didn't pay too much attention to it. I just kept like fuck. And after the concert, it was like they were really intense, right? As I fucking told you, the Triton is awesome. It's awesome. Fucking Tony Iommi was the first one who used that shit.
From Black Sabbath.
Yeah. And it was like, oh man, this is just fucking great. Let's do it.
Fucking Tony Iommi says it, then you
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah, you
You
did
do it.
something good. Yeah.
It's like Rob Zombie, and then the commentary, Rob Zombie say, yeah, Black Sabbath, Tony Iommi, he wrote everything.
Yeah.
Everything that's cool
Yeah.
was written by Tony Iommi. So basically everything that you are doing is a fucking ripoff.
Yeah.
Everything that was cool in metal was written by that guy.
Yeah.
That's it. Just thank him.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
But I thought it's interesting. It also meant that there's so much bass in Bach. Like in a way, you could defend the argument that even black metal would not have sounded the way it does if Bach wasn't there. There's a million other people that if they weren't there, it would be different. But now that you mention it, I think to myself like, yeah, that's something that's passed on, that overuses of bass.
And if you listen to black metal and then especially the symphonic bands, the composition of the symphonic bands, you can put a fucking orchestra behind there.
Yeah.
Dimmu Borgir has done that. Yeah, they have played with the Oslo orchestra at Wagen. It sounds fucking amazing. So it's like they are very far away.
Yeah.
But they also complement each other real well.
Also, the same thing that and that I like too. I really respect Sepultura as well, and I liked it when they invited the Brazilian brass band.
Yeah.
And then they played Roots, Bloody Roots, and it's two elements that you would never bring together.
No.
And it worked so well. Yeah.
I like that kind of fusions in metal because lately they have been trying too hard. I think there's people. No. Just
in general.
Bands in general.
Yeah.
They have been trying too hard, but when you don't try and it's genuine. I remember also at the Royal Albert Hall in London when Deep Purple played with the two bands, because they play the old Deep Purple and the current Deep Purple, and they also invited Ronnie James Dio to sing as well, and they had a whole fucking orchestra behind them.
Wow.
When they played the last song, Smoke on the Water, you can check that one at YouTube, it's on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's musical history there when you see what they are doing there.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. They weren't even trying. They were like they were to play the Royal Albert Hall, and somebody there at the Royal Albert Hall said, "This orchestra is in town. Maybe interested in playing with them."
Yeah.
Well, fuck, why not?
Yeah.
And they just put it there, you know, and you see the orchestra and people in the orchestra, they really are fucking digging the music. Look at them, they are also like this, you know, it's beautiful. But if you try to force that, yeah, you can actually see when it's genuine, and when people are doing that because they have done it and it was so fucking cool, so we are gonna do it as well and we are gonna be as cool. But yeah, actually you just make an ass of yourself. So, basically, you know?
Dude, the last thing I always do on this progress, because we're out of questions, this is the part of the show where this is the open space for the guest. First of all, do you have anything to promote? Do you have anything to shout out, and is there anything you just want to talk about in general? This is the moment.
Anything where I always when somebody asks me the kind of questions, I always say like this past last Saturday, we have been at the youth center Cerberus in Hengelo, just to try to help them. You know, because for some reason that I still don't understand, the fucking local governments, they just want to get rid of it. It's not just Cerberus, it's Innocent as well. There are two of them in Hengelo. It's Innocent as well, but Willemijn in Arnhem has also been in rough waters. I know for a fact that there are a couple around here that also are facing difficulties. The one that burned in Eindhoven, was one underground venue. I don't remember the name, but it was very well known in Eindhoven.
I'm sure if I heard the name, if I hear the name, I will know it because I used to book a lot of bands. But I've been because of my kid, I've been out a little bit lately. I can name you all the venues that used to be in Rotterdam, but
it was one in Eindhoven that was very well known that burned to the ground.
Okay.
And instead of rebuilding it and then giving back to the community, now that they're going to get rid of it, and they are going to build flats and a shed over there, you know. So if you guys are willing to pay 360 euros, 250 euros to go to Graspop, Hellfest, Wacken, to basically watch the same fucking bands coming in rotation, because I have been in Wacken since 2005.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen the same fucking bands in Wacken a fucking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I love those bands. I love it. But just think about it. And just for 10 euros, 15 euros, you can go to a local venue, support local bands.
Cool.
Because bands like Saxon and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and whatever bands that you are watching now that are incredibly big, Nightwish, whatever bands, they have started at some point. They started also in the local venues, small venues, and those venues need your help now. And we, the smaller bands, also need that. So just think about it, you know, because I heard a lot of people saying, yeah, we think 15 euros is it's too much. So, but just think about it. When we just talk, we have to get all the things in the car. We have to drive over there. I live in Twente. We have played in Zeeland. It's like 3 hours drive. So I think when we get there and we play for a nice packed venue. It shows appreciation, and it shows also something very important is that music will continue, and like that, that's the only way to keep music alive, and especially the underground. If we lose the underground, we will lose everything.
Yeah.
Because all the metal bands have been in the underground, and a lot of metal bands still in the underground. So support that, and yeah, hopefully we'll catch you guys on some of our gigs. Check out our Instagram for Mollenstein Official. We are there. You can find all the information over there. So yeah, I guess.
Put it in the description. Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Cool. Wait for it, because I had I promised you to give the answer on the music on my funeral. I would divide it in 3 categories. Nostalgia for my youth, Linkin Park's Paper Cut.
Alright.
Should be in there. For the hardships in life, Hate Me from Blue October. And for love for my wife, Tunnels from Angels and Airwaves.
Okay.
That I would like to have that on my funeral. I think we're through. I am, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
It was a very
it was fun. Yes.
I really and I think I'm planning on re-inviting guests on later seasons, and I would love to have you back.
Oh, of course, I will come. Yeah,
cool.
It will be a pleasure to be back again.
Cool. So, do you like to talk with awkward millennials? Don't you have any fear to talk about necrophilia or putting bombs at your neighbor's house? Do you just like to talk about music? Do you know this guy who is creative? Do you know this, or are you this honey that is very good with painting? I don't know, man. Just hook me up. Harvey Sanger's music at Instagram, and Harvey has a dream at gmail.com. I'm happy it's the end, not because of you, but because I'm starting to because I'm working a lot today. Thank you for watching this awesome episode, and see you next time. And be sure to check out von Mollenstein.
What's up?